Hi everyone. In this video I want to update all of you what has been going on. And basically, for all of you that haven't seen my last video, I assume most of you have seen my previous video. And for all of you that haven't seen it, and also just to refresh all of your memories about what I said, because it's been almost what 1.5 months since I uploaded my previous video. And basically, spoiler alert, this video is not the video that I wanted to make. Things did not go according to my plan, and basically in this video we'll talk more about it. But anyway, so basically in my previous video, I opened up to all of you that I had a stalker, and the reason why I did not upload any videos to YouTube for over a year was because I was living in a place where I was stuck, and it affected my mental health and my life extremely negatively. And I also asked all of you for a financial support because I did not know what else I could do in that moment when I upload that video, and I will tell you more about that in this video. Basically, and yeah, that happened. And then I also said that my next video, basically this video, in my previous video I said that my next video was gonna be the video where I tell all of you about my stalker story, because I felt like I needed to tell all of you about my stalker story and what I went through, as my form of closure and like revenge, and also just to get back my freedom and get back everything that he took from me. You know what I mean? So it was super important for me to tell all of you about my stalker story, and that was going to be my next video. And obviously, that did not happen. Things did not go according to my plan, and instead I'm uploading this video right here. And basically, now I'm in a situation that I could never imagine that I would end up in, because things were going so well in the past, and I cannot believe I have to make this video and tell you about this thing that has been going on. And also, I just want to say, I will talk more about it later, because in this video, I will tell you kind of in a timeline what led up to this situation that I'm in right now, because I have to tell you a little bit about when I was stuck in the past, because that's connected to what's happening right now. And if I should be honest, it feels like my stalker is haunting me right now, and he has put me in this goddamn situation that I'm in right now. That's how it feels like. It feels like my stalker is still after me, haunting me right now, and I cannot believe this. And okay, anyway, sorry. So basically, what am I gonna say? Yeah, I want to say also another thing that and I will get more into it later in this video, but I just want to say the amount of support and nice positive messages, and just like I said, the amount of support from all of you that I got in my previous video was the best thing and the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen in my life. I just want to say it right now, that I did not, when I uploaded my previous video, I did not expect all the support that I got. It's the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen, because I'll get into it more later, but when I uploaded my previous video, I had no idea how people were gonna react. Was I gonna get hate? Were people gonna believe in me? Were people gonna I had no idea. Were people gonna say something bad about me? I was so scared when I uploaded my previous video, but the amount of support and nice messages, and the amount of all of you believing what I went through, wanting me to just tell you my story and just get out of this horrible situation, was amazing. And I just want to say thanks to all of you being so kind and nice in my previous video. That's the reason why I feel okay talking about the situation I'm in right now, and also telling you a little bit more about what I went through when I was stuck. So I just want to say thank you all for believing me, caring about me, and wanting me to have a good life, wanting me to get out of the situation, because thanks to all of you, seeing all of you that you do believe me, that you understand how hard this is, that you understand that what I went through was hell. I feel so validated, and I feel like this is a safe space for me to tell my story. So I just want to say thank you all so much for leaving all of this amazing, caring, supportive messages that you did on my previous video. So yeah, so just want to say, because I had no idea what to expect, like I said in my previous video, and just seeing all of this positivity and support from all of you makes me feel okay, or like makes me feel that I won't be judged by telling you what I'm going through, or like what I went through, and now currently I'm going through. I cannot believe this, because the thing is, I'll get more into it in this video. I'm sorry, I'm just so, didn't expect to get so mad right away, but basically, I thought I was out of the situation that I was in, but oh my god, I'm not, and I could never imagine that this would happen, but okay, anyway. So also, just want to say again, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for your messages and everything. And I'll get more into it later in this video. Tell you more about this, because yeah, okay, anyway. And I also want to say, before I tell you all what has been going on, I just want to say, like I said, this video will probably be all over the place because it's just 2 days ago that I realized that I'm in a very bad situation. So my brain is a little bit in a blur, and yeah, so I will be all over the place in this video. And I also want to say, I feel so embarrassed saying that because all of you supported me so goddamn much with your messages and also with donations. It was amazing. It was so amazing, and I will tell you more later in this video how your donations and messages helped me. But I hate to say this because all of you were so supportive in my previous video, and I hate to ask again or mention this again, that I will be putting ads in this video right now because I'm trying to get any kind of income to get out of the situation that I'm in right now. And again, I will be putting my donation links down below, and I'm doing it, and I hate, the thing is, I want it so much that things would just go according to my plan, and that I upload my previous video, all of you helped me out, and this video would be the video where I'll tell you all about my stalker story, and I put all of your names of all of you that donated to me, and I just say thank you all so much for donating to me and helping me out. Thanks to all of you. Now I'm telling you about my Final Stalker story, but that did not goddamn happen, and here I am again being like, hey, donate to me if you can, like in the freaking comments down below. But I'm just telling you right away, just so all of you are not like wondering why, but I will be put ads in this video, and I will put my donation links again down below, and you can again, if you want to donate to me and send me a clown emoji, and I will put your name in my Final Stalker video. So if you are interested in having your name in my Final Stalker video, you can donate to me and send me a clown emoji. And if you just want to help me out, don't send me if you want to help me out, but you don't want your name to be in my Final Stalker video, don't send me a clown emoji, and I won't put your name in my next video. So I will have this still available, but of course, it's not your responsibility to help me out or donate to me. You don't have to, but I'm just telling you right now that I will be doing that again in this goddamn, I'm so angry because I didn't want to do this again. But yeah. And also, the reason why I'm kind of like talking a lot about this right now is that because I understand that many YouTubers like make up stories, make up trauma, you know what I mean, just to get like ad revenue and just to get money, you know what I mean? And and I just want to let you know that I'm aware of it, and I'm not doing it, and I'm not going to make like other 10 videos be like, hey, stalker story part 20, and just like keep asking all of you for help. That's not gonna be the case. I'm just doing this one more time. Hopefully, one more time, because I'm in a goddamn situation I did not expect to be in again. Anyway, so okay, anyway, sorry I'm angry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all of you, even though I'm yelling right now. I'm angry at this situation, at my goddamn stalker, and that this happened. Anyway, this video is probably gonna be very long because I want to tell you all of you more about what happened to me, and I want to explain very well what situation I'm in right now. Okay, anyway, so. Basically, so all of you can understand what I'm going through right now, I have to tell all of you a little bit about when I was stalked in my old place. So now, I'm gonna tell you so I'm gonna start from the beginning, and I'm going to tell you first about when I moved in to the place where I later found that I was being stalked the whole time. Oh wait, sorry. The end of last year, I decided to find a place for myself where I could live. And I wanted to get a small apartment or a studio apartment, but I did not have a lot of money. So the only thing I can afford was a room. And I found this room that was in a basement of an apartment building. And I saw this room and I was like, hey, this is perfect for me. You know what I mean? This is a cheap room, I can afford it. And also I saw that this room was in a basement, and the number one thing that I was like looking for when I was trying to find a room for myself was that I would have some privacy, because I really wanted to do YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to just like, yeah, I wanted to focus on YouTube, and I needed some privacy so I could be like loud during the day, maybe speak, sometimes scream a little bit or like speak loudly. And I saw this room, and it was in a basement, so I thought to myself, this is perfect. You know what I mean? I can probably be a little bit loud and I won't be bothering anyone because it's in a basement. So yeah, so I loved the location, and I went and I decided to rent this room. And like I said, I loved the location, but this room was not the best room. So this room was very dirty. It had dirt everywhere. It had, you know, like food stains on the walls. It had like dirt everywhere. It had like some spots of the walls were like sticky and slimy, and the walls had like stains all over them. And also like the floor and many areas of this room were super duper dirty. And it looked like the people that lived there before me never cleaned the room. It looked like no one had really cleaned this room for years. It was super duper dirty, and the dirt was, yeah, just all over the place. And it looked like a microwave exploded in this room, because yeah, there were just like the stains on the wall. Okay. And then another thing about this room that I did not like was that the smell in this room was very heavy. And it smelled like old food and cigarettes. And I noticed it, and I was like, okay. So yeah, so the smell was pretty bad. And another thing about this room was that the lighting in this room was very, very, very yellow. It was super duper uncomfy and dark and yellow. And this room kind of looked like a back room, to be honest, to me. So yeah, so the lighting was super uncomfy, super yellow, super duper yellow. And there was one closet there. And this closet, like I don't know, I think that's what's called in English, but there's a closet, and you can like hang up clothes and put clothes in this closet. And this closet was falling apart. Like, no joke, if I would put one sock in this closet, it would probably collapse, because it was like almost falling apart. And this closet also was very dirty, super duper dirty. And yeah, and also the walls had like cracks everywhere. There were like a lot of cracks on the walls in this room. And like I said, stains, sticky walls. Okay, and then one thing about this room that was very disgusting was that in one of the corners of this room were bunch of super many bugs in this one corner of this room. I don't know why they were only in this one corner of the room. Maybe people used to like cook there and microwaves exploded all the time, so there was a ton of food for the bugs there. I don't know, but there are bunch of like super duper small bugs in this one corner. And I remember when I stepped into the room, I felt very uncomfy, and I did not like this room, but this is the only thing I could afford. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to turn this room into a home. You know what? Like, maybe like it seems like no one has really like showed this room any love or like done anything for this room. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to be the one to clean this room and turn it into a home, and I was going to just feel good in this room. So that was what I decided to do when I moved into this room. So from day one, I bought a bunch of cleaning supplies. I bought like a mopping thing. I bought a broom. I bought a broom to swipe. I did not buy a man about to get married. I bought this thing to swipe the floors. I think it's a broom. Okay, yeah. Bought a broom. Got a vacuum cleaner. Like I said, ton of cleaning supplies, because I was going to clean this room. So yeah, so got that. And then also, of course, I brought my bed in there. I brought all my stuff. All of my stuff was like in bags and in boxes. So yeah, so all my clothes were like in a big bag. And then I had some decoration, like how to say it, like decoration stuff, you know what I mean, in boxes, because I was just going to turn this room into a beautiful place that I would feel very comfy in. So yeah, so I was ready with things to decorate it with. Okay, anyway, place it all in not the bug corner, in another corner far away from my bugs. Okay, so I started to clean the room, and basically this room was it felt like it was almost impossible to clean it. It was so hard to clean it. Like I was scrubbing everything, but all of the dirt and the stains on the walls and all this like food stains, it was almost impossible to get it off, no matter how much I scrubbed. And also, of course, like there is super duper heavy smell in there, and I tried my best to like, oh yeah, also there was a very small window of this room, so there was not a lot of natural lighting that came in, so that's why the room was super duper yellow all the time, because no natural lighting could come in. And I bought some curtains. I tried my best to like do everything so to get like natural light into this room, but nothing was really working, and it was always so dark and yellow. So I bought a bunch of cleaning supplies, was scrubbing and cleaning the room like crazy. I even mopped the walls and cleaned the walls and cleaned everything, and I did that, and also used like super duper good smelly soap, because I just thought like, okay, maybe I just have to clean the walls and the ceiling and the floor and everything, and then maybe the smell will go away. So I cleaned it super duper well, used ton of like good smelly sprays and things like that to get rid of the smell. I bought a bunch of lamps and things like that to try to brighten up the room. And for some reason, and no matter like, so basically I put so much effort in trying to turn this room into a home. And I will not go in details now what happened this first month, because I just want to I can't do the speed run through what happened, through everything, but I want to tell you important things about what happened the first month that is, that are important for what's going on right now. Okay, basically, so like I said, there are bugs in the corner, and the first thing I did was that I took some cleaning spray and I sprayed the corner like crazy with cleaning supplies, and then of course I swiped up all of the bugs, and yeah, I swiped all of them up, and I thought like that'll be it, you know what I mean, no more bugs would be there, you know what I mean, like would appear in this corner. And I also want to mention about those bugs, because that's kind of important. They were like this small, super duper small bugs, and those bugs were not like those like nice kawaii outside bugs. For example, it was not like spiders or flies. Like for example, if you would see a spider or a fly inside your room, you just know like, oh, whoopsie daisy, this spider accidentally came into my room, you know what I mean? Like if I would, for example, if I would see a spider walking in a circle in this corner, I would just be like, oh, that's kind of kawaii, because I know that the spider was probably like being like, how do I get out of this house I accidentally walked into, you know what I mean? Like it was not like, those bugs were not like bugs that accidentally came into my room. Those were the type of bugs that like appear in dirt. And when someone hasn't cleaned their place for a very long time, it was those kind of bugs. Anyway, so the first day I cleaned them all up, and okay, and like I said, I'm gonna speed run, but basically, long story short, for a whole month I would try to clean this room. I would always try to like, because like I said, no matter how much I tried to get the stains and food stains and all those stains and sliminess off the walls, no matter how much I tried to like get fresh air in, I bought a fan, I bought a ton of sprays, no matter what, this heavy smell would never go away. And then those bugs in the corner, they would keep appearing for a whole month, again and again and again and again. And first, and of course, like I moved in right away, and I started to sleep in this room right away. And after the first day, and by the way, like I was cleaning all day the first day I moved in, but there was hardly any process. Like the room can't look the same like it was when I first got it, because it was so hard to get, it was so hard to clean it. Anyway, and then the next day when I woke up, I saw that bunch of bugs appeared again in this corner, and that would happen again for a whole month. And I would buy super duper strong bug spray later on, and I would spray it in the corner, and when I thought they were dead, they would always come again a few days later. But at first it was very many of them, but then the weeks that passed, they would always like spawn, but it would always be like one bug, two bugs, one bug, two bugs. And this whole month from day one, I tried my best to clean this room. I put so much effort in like buying ton of buying bunch of lamps, buying ring lights, buying bunch of stuff to try to brighten up the room. I bought bunch of sprays, I bought a fan, I bought ton of things like candles that have a smell. I bought bunch of stuff to like get good smell in this room. And then I also bought ton of cleaning supplies. I kept scrubbing, but no matter how much of, like, I put so much work into this room, but nothing was really happening. This room always like stayed the same, like smelly, dirty, and yellow. And the thing is, this was a month, and of course, like, I would sleep in my bed from day one. And I remember day number 2, when I saw the bugs appear again in the corner, I got a little bit spooked. Be like, oh my god, they appeared again. Okay, I tried to kill them again. But the longer the time went, it makes sense, like, the more I was trying to clean this room, and the more I started to see those bugs appear again and again and again and again in this corner. Not many, but always like 1 bug, 2 bug. The more I started to feel more scared, paranoid, and I felt like someone was constantly watching me. And the longer I tried to clean this room, because the thing is, like I said, I tried to work on this room for a month, and the reason why it took such a long time is because first when I moved in, I was so motivated to turn this room into a home. But the more I saw like that it was almost impossible to get this dirt off, the smell was constantly in my room, the bugs kept appearing, the more and more I started to lose motivation to work on this room. The more I started to lay in my bed, and I did not feel any motivation to get out of bed, because I started to feel more and more scared and paranoid. And just like I always felt more and more people are listening to me, people are watching me through the windows. Someone was listening to me and staring at me. I always felt more and more like that. And the thing is, and like I said, I started to be more and more in bed. I started to lose motivation to get out of bed, almost slowly throughout this month. And then it started to get so bad that my sleeping habits started to get very bad. It started to be very hard for me to fall asleep during the night, because I was so scared that the bugs were gonna appear the next day. And my mental health and how I was feeling in this room started to get worse and worse. And throughout this month, I started to feel more paranoid, more scared. Started to feel more like people are watching me. People are listening to me. So like I started to feel more and more this way. And I always thought the reason for that was just because of those bugs. I just thought that for some reason I got some very bad bug phobia. So yeah, so basically, again, this whole month, I put all of this work into my room, and no matter how much of work I tried to put into this room, nothing was really moving forward, and this room was just feeling worse and worse with every single day that passed. And the bugs always kept appearing. I'm getting goosebumps. They kept appearing all the time, and it was finally when I like taped all of the cracks. Basically, like, this room had like a bunch of cracks on the wall, and there was this like very long crack next to the floor, and it was finally when I just taped all of the cracks, and this corner, I taped it like 5 times. That's finally when it stopped coming. But then that was too late, because ever since I did that, I never finished the room. And all of the stuff that I brought in, all my decorations, all my clothes, I never took it out of my bag, because after that, my mental health started to decline very badly. But I don't want to get more into that now, like in this video. I'll do the Final Stalker video. Okay, so this happened. So basically, I from day 1, started to work on this room like crazy, trying to make it into a home. But my mental health and how I felt always got worse and worse, and I always felt like there was something super off about where I lived. Okay, then another thing that's important. So my room was in a basement, and there were 5 other rooms in this basement, and all of us shared a bathroom together. And this bathroom was super duper small, and it had a toilet and a small shower. And this bathroom was extremely dirty. No one ever flushed down after themselves. No one ever cleaned anything in there, so it was dirty and yellow and sticky. And also, there were a bunch of the same type of bugs were on the floor in this bathroom. you're in the shower, also on the floor. And of course, I would often go to the bathroom there and would always feel so disgusted seeing those bugs. And it seemed like no one else cared except me, and I was the one that took this bug spray and was like spraying the floors, trying to get rid of the bugs. But always, several days later, the bugs always come again. And in this bathroom, so basically, yeah, so not only was this bathroom dirty, disgusting, and small, and full of bugs, so I felt super uncomfy always when I had to use the bathroom. Always when I went into the bathroom, I felt like someone was listening to me. I felt like someone is walking around listening to me when I'm at the bathroom. I always felt that way. But of course, again, I thought to myself, oh, the reason why I'm feeling this way is probably just because of the bugs. I have some bug phobia out of nowhere. And the thing is, I've never in my life been scared of bugs. In my life, never. So it seems like I just have some weird bug phobia out of nowhere. And it started to get so bad, got worse with the weeks, that I started to feel extremely scared to go to the bathroom. And basically, when I had to leave my room, I would always like listen through my door to make sure no one was outside of my door. And I just thought I was just being paranoid for some reason. Then I would run to the bathroom, lock it super fast, and then I would just be in there, and I would always feel like so scared in this bathroom that when I would open the door, someone was gonna attack me. I would feel like someone was listening to me and someone would attack me if I would open the bathroom door. So always when I was done using the bathroom, I would always listen through the door, making sure no one was there. Then I would open the door and I would run to my room because I was so scared. And often I would stay in the bathroom for like 20 minutes just listening, making sure there was no one there, because every small sound I heard made me scared. So I just want to also let you know that in this bathroom I felt super uncomfy and scared. Same in my room. I started to feel more and more scared to leave my room, but I will get more into that in my final stalker video, tell you all about what happened, because what I'm saying now is only like 5% of the whole thing. Anyway, and the bathroom situation got so bad that I decided to get myself a gym membership because I was getting too scared to go to the bathroom. So I got a gym membership so I could shower there and just use the bathroom there rather, because I was so scared of using that bathroom. So this is important. I decided to get a gym membership because I was so scared to use this bathroom. But of course, like I could always just go to the gym. So I still used it. But anyway, this is super important. And the whole time, I was, like I said, throughout this month, I started to feel worse and worse and worse, and I started to feel like someone is stalking me, I'm paranoid, something is off, someone is walking, someone is listening. I started to feel all those strong, bad feelings, and I thought it was just like the bugs or something, but now I know. I did not know then. The whole time I lived there, I never knew, but now I know. From day number 1, I was being stalked. From day number 1, someone was watching me, listening to me. I was being stalked from day number 1. And now I know, and I believe that all those strong feelings I felt right away, that got stronger and stronger and stronger, the more time that went by, was because my mind and my body felt there was something off and felt like someone is watching me. I know that's for sure. That my body and my mind just were like felt it, that there was something off. That's why I feel all the strong feelings, because my body and my mind knew there's something extremely bad and there's something wrong in this where I'm living. Something very bad going on. And the thing is, this whole time I was feeling all the strong emotions, I would always rationalize everything to myself, like, oh, maybe I'm feeling this way because of the bugs. Oh, maybe I'm feeling this way because of this. Oh, maybe I just have anxiety. I just have depression. Maybe I just did this. Maybe I'm just like, I would always rationalize every single thing. Every bad feeling I had, I would always rationalize it that, oh, maybe it's just because of this. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just this. I'm just, you know what I mean? I would always rationalize everything and blame it on me. Rationalize every single bad feeling I had. Anyway, and the whole time, months, I never knew I had a stalker. And the more I lived there, the worse my mental health declined. And everything became way worse, and the more I started to blame myself, and I thought there was something very much wrong with me. There's something very much wrong with me. That's how I started to feel, because I blamed everything on me and rationalized every single thing. And It was the day that I moved out when I found out I had a stalker. Wait, my phone's dying. The day I found out that I had a stalker was when I found a note in front of my door. And I'm not gonna get into that now, but in my Final Stalker video, I will tell you everything what happened, and I'll show you the note and show you the other thing he left for me. Okay, but anyway, of course, when I saw that, that's when I realized that I was being stalked. And that's when I realized that I was actually not going crazy. I was not going insane, and there was not something just wrong with me. There was someone doing this to me the whole time. Okay, but of course, when I saw this note, moved out, ran away as fast as I could. And now I just, basically, there's a lot of things that happened afterwards, but I just want to kind of speed run to now because that's what I want to, I want to tell you about this situation right now. Okay, so basically, but before I do that, I need to tell you that for some time, oh my god, I don't know why. Yeah, so I got homeless for some time, and I was living in a tent, and I was living like this for maybe like almost 2 months. And what's crazy is that when I was living in a tent, basically I live in Iceland, so I was just in nature. I placed my tent in nature, and this was the best time ever for me. I had never felt so free like I was when I was living in this tent, because when I was living in this tent, I did not feel like I was a prisoner of my own house. I did not feel like someone was watching me. I did not feel like someone was walking around in front of my door. I did not feel like someone was like messing with my things. I did not feel like anyone was gonna do harm to me. And I did not feel like I was in danger, and did not feel like I could not leave because what if something happens? This was like the time I actually felt free. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, it was crazy how much it did for me to live in a tent in nature. And the reason why I did that is because after I left, I had no money, because of what happened to me. I was not able to work and make money, so I was just living, in a tent. And I tried to and it's crazy to say that that was the best thing that happened to me after this, because in my tent there was no window, so it did not feel like someone was like watching me. I did not hear like people walking around. I was just alone in nature, and when I would open the door, I would see beautiful nature. I would see like all these beautiful colors. I would feel this like good fresh smell, you know what I mean? Like good smell, beautiful, just beautiful nature. Everything was beautiful, and everything was so safe. And this was the most amazing feeling ever. And it did so much for me to feel this way, because for months I had felt like a prisoner and the worst, and I went through hell. So this was such a good feeling. So also I'm telling you this because it's also very important. Okay, anyway. And meanwhile, I was basically during this time after I moved out, I started to work through what I went through. And it was so hard. My brain had blacked out and forgotten so many things, because my brain didn't want to remember. My brain didn't want to believe that someone was stalking. My brain just wanted to believe that, whoopsie, this was just a weird quinky thing. You know what I mean? Like, my brain didn't want to think back and see that actually this thing that I thought was like just a weird thing that happened was actually my stalker. You know what I mean? My brain refused. So it was very hard for me to think back and work through this, but I did it, and I worked through things so well that I felt like I worked through things and made me feel so powerful and so good. And just after working, and just like after working on what I went through and seeing things and writing things down how I felt, and just like it made me feel just like that I wanted to share the story what I went through. I wanted to share what happened to me, and that's when I made the decision that I'm going to upload the story to YouTube, because to me it's super important that I shared what I went through. after living in a tent for a long time, winter was coming, or fall. I mean, like, but like in Iceland we don't really have fall. We just have summer and then straight to winter. So yeah, but fall was coming, or like to me winter was coming, and I realized I could not live in a tent any longer because it was gonna be way too cold, at this point I did not have any money. I didn't have anything, and I had no idea what to do. I felt like I wanted to get the story out to YouTube, but I also felt like I couldn't do it. Meanwhile, I was living in Iceland. I didn't feel confident doing it, even though I felt free and I felt safe in my tent. Just the thought about telling my stalker story and upload it and living my city made me feel super unconfident and unsafe. I was scared what was gonna happen. I was scared of the unknown. So I realized that, that I had to do something, because this like will to upload, to tell y'all what I went through was so strong that I felt like, okay, I have to get away because this is super important for me. So I decided to buy a plane ticket to another country. And to do that, I already had been doing it, but I took a very sketchy loan to get the money, because I realized that this was super duper important. And because what I went through, I couldn't make any money because I was paralyzed and a prisoner in my own room, and YouTube was my job before this happened. So basically I stopped getting money in. Okay, so yeah, but luckily, like, I could take some sketchy loan again. Like I was already in super big debt, still am a little bit, but okay, but yeah, took this loan to buy a plane ticket, and I flew bad English, but I flew to another country, which I'm currently in, but I will tell you where I am in my next video, or in my final video. Okay, and then I landed, and I had some money to get a cheap motel, so I did that. I got some cheap. Also, this was so interesting because this motel looked like from like a movie, like where the bad guys are doing something. It was that kind of motel. It's like a sketchy looking motel, and it was so interesting to be in a motel like that. And what's crazy is that I felt more safe in that motel than I did in my own room in Iceland. That's supposed to be the safest country on earth, isn't it? But here I am being goddamn stuck. But anyway, so I felt more safe in a sketchy motel, and because I had been working on my stalker story and worked through everything, I felt like I could make this video in a week. I spent all my money on a plane ticket and on this motel, and I felt like, it's a good investment because I believe in myself, and I know that I can make this video. I can film this video and upload it to YouTube in a week. That did not happen. So when I started to try to make this video in the motel, just like try to speak, all the words got stuck in my throat. I could hardly say 10 words, and they would just get like stuck. And I tried the whole time I was there. And then the last day, the video was not ready, and I had I'm not gonna say not even ready. It wasn't even, not even 30 seconds were filmed. And then I had to check out the motel, and now I was in another. Now I had no money, and I didn't know what to do. I could not book another motel. I could not book like another night at the motel, so I didn't have any money. I couldn't do anything. So what I did was that I went to the airport, and I felt like I had to just go home now because nothing was happening. But at the same time, I felt like I felt like I just couldn't go home. I could not do it because if I would do it, I would be in the same, I would not know what to do and where I would be. So I had to make a decision. Basically, my flight back was like kind of like I had like days away, so I had to make a decision to move it and fly home or something else. And I decided to stay at the airport. I was going to sleep at the airport, and I was going to sorry. This is kind of funny when I think about it, but I decided to stay at the airport, and I was gonna film this stalker video at the airport. I was so dedicated in making this video because I felt like how important it was to put this video on YouTube. And of course, I could have like started to upload normal YouTube videos and just like act like nothing ever happened, but I know that would have hurt me super much. And I knew that I could not act like nothing happened and just return back to YouTube and make some normal videos and make money like that. I could not do it. I just felt like I had to tell my story. So I felt like, okay, I'm at the airport, I can definitely film this video in a day. And I tried to film the video in a bathroom stall at the airport. And what I would do is that I would go to the bathroom stall, and then I would just like wait until everyone had left, and then I would start to be like, hey everyone, today I'm gonna tell you about, then someone would come into the bathroom, of course, and they would go sit on the toilet, and I would just be sitting there like, I'm gonna tell you about, then you would hear like a like the person like doing their thing next to me, like this was a mess. But I was so dedicated that I was sitting in a restroom the first day for like 6 hours, just like waiting for people to leave when I was alone, and then I would try to spit out my words like, hey guys, I'm gonna tell you the story as someone comes in. You know what I mean? It was like a mess. But I was just like so dedicated, like I'm going to sit here in this bathroom stall, and I'm gonna film this video if I have to. I'm not going anywhere. You know what I mean? I was homeless in a tent for months. I was stalked. This is nothing. If I can sit on this goddamn toilet. Obviously, I closed the thing. You know what I mean? I was not sitting with an open toilet. Of course, I open it when I have to pee. I don't like pee in my pants. But you know what I mean? But I had gone through hell, so this was nothing. I could easily live at an airport and just sit there and wait. And of course that did not work very well. But okay, and then basically after the first day, after waiting and people constantly coming, I found a spot at the airport. By the way, I found a super cozy spot at the airport that was super hidden. It was next to a vending machine that became my fridge, by the way. That was like my fridge. And basically I found a super good spot. It was like, it fit me exactly. It was like made for me, no joke. It was like, and people would walk by, but no one could really see me. I found this spot and I was like, that's perfect. So I went in there and I made this my room. Basically, I put a sleeping bag in this narrow spot, and I basically just turned it into a cozy bed. And what's crazy is that I felt better sleeping at the airport in a sleeping bag in this narrow place on the floor than I did in my room. Then, of course, I thought to myself, okay, tomorrow I will succeed. I will definitely be able to film my stalker video at the airport tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I failed to film it at a motel where I had privacy for a week, but definitely I can film it at an airport. Okay, anyway. So of course the next day I did the same thing, went to the bathroom. Of course, same people. People started to come in and out of the bathroom. And of course I could not do anything. And then of course I went to sleep. So then I would always think to myself, yeah, like, of course, I'll try to film this video, and when I never got the privacy, and of course I was like stuttering, and I couldn't say my words, I always thought like, okay, tomorrow I can do it, tomorrow I will succeed. And then, like 6 days passed, and nothing has happened. I had been running around the airport to different bathrooms, tried to film this video. I had gone outside to try to film there. Tried to film in the narrow spot that I made into my room. Tried to make my stalker video in so many places. I realized that, like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? This isn't going anywhere. And this is when like I realized that I have to stop. I have to do something else. I have to make a decision. And then that was when I felt defeated. I felt like I didn't know what to do. And that was the time I decided to upload the video I uploaded, my previous video. I realized that I'm not going to be making my stalker video. I have no money. I feel like I cannot go back home unless I upload this video here, because I feel like I cannot upload this video at home. So I have to make a video where I ask all of you for help. And that's what I did. But I remember I felt so embarrassed and so defeated that that I had to ask people for financial help like I did. And I remember like it was so hard. It's so hard to do this, and what scared me the most was that I didn't know what all of you would say. You know what I mean? Like I hadn't uploaded a video for over a year. All of you had no idea why not. You know what I mean? What was I doing? I was going through this goddamn hell, but all of you didn't know that. You know what I mean? I could be like in Hawaii or something. You know what I mean? Just having fun. You know what I mean? And then I just appear, or like this is what I was going. This is what I was thinking. Then I just appear being like, "Hey, can you spare me $1?" Asking for money, and I just felt like I was scamming all of you. I just felt guilty, and I felt like it's not all of your responsibility to help me out. I put myself in this situation, and of course, but at the same time, I did not put myself in this situation because something happened to me that I could not control. So that was something that went through my brain, and also I was so scared of what people were gonna say. You know what I mean? Like, where all of you, where people gonna believe me? Where people gonna think that I'm lying to get money? Where are people going to like think that I'm only uploading? Like, I was so scared of like what the people are gonna think. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it was extremely hard, and I went through the same process like I did with the previous video, but now instead of trying to film a stalker video in the bathrooms, I was trying to film this super hard video where I'm opening up about having a stalker and asking all of you for financial help. It's so freaking hard. And I was doing the same thing again, running around the airport, going to bathroom stalls, being like, "Hey everyone, can you," like it's the same thing. And I was just like, for another 5 days, I was running around and trying to like find a place to like film and try to do things and have no food, and I was lack of sleep. And then finally I found a spot that's quiet, and I made it cozy, and that's when I filmed this video for all of you. And like I said, I had no idea what all of you were gonna say. Was I gonna get hate? Were people gonna not believe me? Were people going to think that, I don't know, were people going to think something bad? And to be honest, I expected, wait, my phone is dead. All the support that I got on my last video is amazing. And because of all the support and all of you believing me, wanting the best for me, wanting me to get out of this situation, now I feel confident in telling you more about what happened to me. And thanks to all of these like supportive messages, that's why I'm making this video right now. I don't feel embarrassed anymore about what happened to me. I don't feel scared of opening up, because I see that people support me, and that means so much to me. So I just want to say thank all of you again, because thanks to all of the messages, I'm here now opening up a little bit about my stalker situation and also telling you what is going on right now. So I just want to say thank you again. And I also want to thank all of you that decided to donate to me, because thanks to all of you, oh my god, because like I said, I had been sleeping in an airport for almost 2 weeks on the floor in a sleeping bag. And thanks to all of you donating to me, I could actually go and get a cheap hotel and sleep in a bed for the first time in a long time. And I just want to say thank you all so much for letting me, like, making me be able to actually sleep in a bed And also, I want to thank all of you so much for your support, because now, right after I uploaded the video, I saw that I could actually rent a place for a month and sleep in a bed for a month and just like have an actual fridge, not the vending machine this time, have an actual fridge, have a small kitchen, cook, and most importantly, I could live in a place where I'm safe and I don't have to think about what's gonna happen tomorrow. Am I gonna eat tomorrow? Where am I gonna live tomorrow? Where am I gonna sleep tomorrow? I did not have to think about what I was gonna do tomorrow. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of you donating to me. I could actually get the place for a month and not have to be scared of what's gonna happen tomorrow. So I just want to say thank you all so much, because you helped me so much, so amazingly much. And now comes the part that in a way, I feel guilty and sad to tell all of you this, because the support I got from my last video was so great. And also, after uploading my last video, I actually felt like my life was gonna go well, finally, for the first time. Because, like I said, I had gone through freaking hell for months being stung. Then I lived in a tent for once, homeless. And then I had to sleep at an airport. And went up, and at the airport I had no idea what I was gonna do next. But thanks to all of you helping me out, I could actually go to a cheap hotel and just sleep in a bed. And thanks to all of you, I saw that I could actually get a place for a month and not have to worry about what happens tomorrow. And that's what I thought. And that was my plan after I uploaded the video. But sadly, that did not go according to my plan. And I feel so guilty and sad, because I was so excited and happy for all of you, happy and excited to show all of you how much this meant to me, that all of you supported me this way with donations, because my plan was to get a place for a month where I could call home for a month, make my Stalker video in 2 weeks, because I'm so close to finishing my Final Stalker video. So I expected to upload my Final Stalker video after 2 to 3 weeks from my last video. And in that video, I would upload that video and I would say thank you all so much for supporting me this way. I'm so happy. I don't need any support anymore, donations or anything, because thanks to all of you, I'm uploading this video, my Final Stalker video now, and here are all of your names. Thank you so much for the support. But now, I'm good. I got this. That's what I wanted to happen right after my last video. Not I'm making this goddamn video right now. Putting goddamn ads and putting my donation links again in the comments. Because I'm gonna do it again, because I'm trying to get on this goddamn place. That's not what I wanted, and I feel so sad and guilty. But even though I should not feel guilty, because I'm in a situation I did not put myself in, but I can't help it but feel guilty. But anyway, so yeah, basically in a nutshell, things did not go that way, and here I am again in a situation that I don't want to be in, and everything was going so goddamn so well. Like I said, after I got out of my stalker situation, I'd actually started to feel good. You know what I mean? Of course, for some time after I moved out, I was feeling paranoid, scared, and I felt like someone was after me. But I was actually after living in a tent, I was actually starting to feel good and free and felt like myself. I was starting to get my good habits back. I was actually starting to see life positively. I was actually starting to just this feeling good. And here I'm sitting, having all of the goddamn old feelings back. But anyway, that I haven't felt for freaking months. That I felt like I had already worked through. But anyway, okay, so basically, I'm sorry, I'm just so... Sorry. Whew. Okay, basically, so, after I uploaded the last video, I decided to get a just cheap hotel, because I was gonna make your support last as long as I could. That's why I was gonna save money and just be like, I'm gonna get a cheap hotel because I'm going to make this last. And I remember, like I said, the first 2 weeks, no, 1.5 weeks, I was just enjoying sleeping in a bed and just enjoying the peace and being free, enjoying this feeling that I did not have to worry about what I had to do tomorrow. I was just I could lie in the bed and I did not, and I could actually afford food. I could actually sleep in a bed. I could actually afford food. And it was and I was just enjoying that the first 1.5, 2 weeks, just like enjoying just like being free. Okay, and then after those 2 weeks of just like feeling the best I have in a long time, I thought to myself, okay, now it's time for me to focus on my Final Stalker video, because I believe I can finish it in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. Okay, and and also, by the way, this 2 weeks of me when I was chilling in my hotel room, I have been working on and off on the Stalker video, but I was gonna go all in after the 2 weeks. And I thought to myself, like, okay, I have been living in a hotel for some time, and of course, like hotels, it's just like a room, bed, and that's it. You know what I mean? There's no kitchen, there is nothing like that. People are often like walking around you could hear people like walking next to the door. So I thought to myself, you know what? Because things are going so well, I feel so motivated, I know that I can finish my video soon, I decided that I was gonna rent an Airbnb. I was gonna spoil myself a little bit and not live in a hotel room. I was actually gonna get myself a home, because that was something I've been wanting to live in for a long time, and something that I've not been able to experience for a very long time. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to get an Airbnb, a cozy home, and work on my video there in a safe environment, an environment where I feel safe, and in an environment that feels like home to me, because that's what I really needed. So okay, so I looked at the Airbnbs, found one that looked beautiful, and and what I was focusing on is like that it looked bright and safe and beautiful, and just like it looked like an actual home. That was what I was focusing on. And I found one that to me looked very good for me. It looked like the environment that I needed to work on this video. Okay. Then I walked into this Airbnb, and it was nothing like on the photos. And the description they wrote, it was different than it was. And of course, I don't want to get into too much now, because I'm still, you know, in this place. So it's very hard for me to so basically I don't want to give too much information. I find it uncomfy. But what I will say is, when I walked into this Airbnb, what I noticed right away, this place that was supposed to look like home, that's supposed to be clean, beautiful, and just a home. You're paying for a place that's like home, and you have everything that you need. That's what I expected, but instead I walked into this place, and like I said, it was nothing like it said it was. What I noticed was that the lighting was extremely yellow in there, extremely yellow lighting. And I also noticed that there are not that many windows of this place. I also noticed when I walked in, one of the first things I noticed was that it smelled. The smell in there was very heavy, and it smelled kind of like dirt, a little bit of old food. Heavy smell in there. I also noticed that this Airbnb was dirty, had some food stains, and it had stains on the walls, and it had cracks on the walls. That's what I noticed. I also noticed that some of the furniture were falling apart. There's one chair in there. If I sit on it, I sat on it. Like, basically, one of the chairs, I sat on it, and it almost broke. So there's some furniture that's falling apart. I also noticed that in some spots of this Airbnb were dead bugs. Okay, I walked in, and right away I felt extremely uncomfy feeling. But back then I had no idea what it was, because the whole time, ever since I lived in a tent, I have been feeling extremely good. Like when I was living in a tent, I felt super good, free, no worries. When I was living at the airport, I felt super good, free. I did not feel scared or anything. I had no uncomfy feeling. At the motel I was in, no bad feeling. I actually, like I said, I actually felt safer there than in other places. And in the hotel, I felt pretty good. But when I stepped into this house, got a very bad feeling right away. Okay, and basically, I went in there, and then I started to notice that, a little bit later, started to notice that bugs kept appearing, and there are a lot of dead bugs everywhere, and I noticed that like by the way, dead bugs and also alive bugs, by the way. And when I was walking around this place, I noticed that it was dirty, yellow, bad smell, and I always, the days that passed, I kept seeing more and more bugs in the weirdest places. Okay, and one thing I noticed also is that because I was so yeah, basically, sorry, I'm trying to just like explain this. Okay, and of course, when I walked in there, I started feeling uncomfortable right away, and the first thing I started to try to do in there, here, was I started to try to work on my video a little bit. But for some reason, I felt super uncomfy. I felt a little bit of paranoia, and I felt like someone was staring at me through the windows. I felt something. Felt something was off, and back then I was just like, okay, maybe. Okay, and of course I don't want to, like I said, I'm still in this place, so I don't want to say too much. But of course I did contact people, and nothing could be done. Anyway, so nothing could be done. I could not get money back and go to a new place. That was not possible. Not even though I said that I've been finding bugs and this is not like what I expected. Nothing could be anyway. When I saw nothing could be done and I had to live in this place because I couldn't really afford to go anywhere else, I thought to myself, I'm just going to make this place work for myself. I'm just going to turn this place into a home. That's what I thought to myself. So what I did was that I bought a ton of cleaning supplies, brought a vacuum cleaner, I bought like a ton of stuff to get rid of the bad smell, and I bought lights and bought new light bulbs that were not so yellow, changed the light bulbs, started to clean the house. So I decided I was just going to turn this place into a home. Okay, and so basically right away I started to clean this place. Try to get rid of the stains, try to get rid of the smell, change the lighting, try to get rid of this yellow lighting, because this place, by the way, I have to mention that this place that I thought was going to look like a home, and like most homes, they have living room, bedroom, kitchen, but this house is just two big rooms. It looks like two big back rooms, and what's crazy is that this place looks like a back room. Okay, so like I said, I started to go crazy to clean this place and turn it into a home for myself where I would feel comfy. And here's the thing, I always started to find more and more bugs, dead bugs, alive bugs in new places in this house. And every time I saw a new bug, dead or alive, I started to feel more paranoid and creeped out, and started to feel like there's something off. And then one thing that happened was that this was like after days, because also another thing what I was starting to experience was that it was started to be very hard for me to fall asleep, because I felt like someone was watching me through the windows, and I felt scared and unsafe to fall asleep. And I was scared that when I'd wake up, that I would see bugs in front of me somewhere. Anyway, and then I was feeling bad, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like super bad, but still bad. Okay. Then after a few days of me sleeping, and basically instead of from day number 1 to start to work on my videos and just focus on myself and just like enjoying my stay, instead of that, I had been spending days trying to turn this place into a home. And then a few days later, I decided to move my bed and clean under my bed. So I moved my bed, and in the corner, in the bed where I was sleeping the whole time, were bunches of dead bugs. Ton of them in that corner under my bed. And when I saw that, I got extremely paranoid and extremely creeped out. I got an extremely bad feeling in me, and I start to feel there's something off. And this is when I started to feel like there were bugs everywhere. I started to feel like the bugs are crawling on me, and I felt like someone was listening to me, and I felt like someone was constantly trying to staring at me and looking at me. I started to feel extremely bad, but still, and then I just thought to myself, maybe it's just because of the bugs. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm in a foreign country. Maybe it's just like, even though the bugs look the same, I start to rationalize things. Maybe it's just because of this. Maybe it's because of that. That's why I'm feeling this way. But okay, then the days passed, and I was just focusing on trying to turn this house into a home. And it was almost impossible because it's extremely dirty and extremely bad. But one thing that is, in the bathroom, bugs kept appearing in this bathroom, right here, and there was a vent on the floor, and I'm pretty sure that they were coming up the vents or something like that. But anyway, I would often see a bug on the floor, and I would kill it right away, and I would think like, okay, nothing is gonna happen. But always, few days apart, a bug would appear in the bathroom, and every single time I saw a bug in the bathroom, I would start to get even more scared and paranoid, and it started to get so bad that I started to be too scared to go into the bathroom, because I was so scared to see a bug on the floor. And of course, like I was saying, I was just trying to focus on trying to turn this place into a home, but the more days passed, the more I started to feel worse and worse and worse and worse, and I started to feel more paranoid, and I felt like, and I always started to feel more and more that I was in a very unsafe place, and I had no idea why. And I thought like, and the thing is, of course, like I said, I rationalized things, and what I thought to myself was like, oh, maybe this neighborhood is just bad, maybe I just feel this way because I'm in a new country and I just don't know the neighborhood, maybe it's just because of this, maybe it's because of that. And it got so bad that I started to feel too scared to leave the house, because I just felt like there were dangers outside of the house. Okay, and then the more I started to work on this house, the more I started to feel more unmotivated, and I just didn't want to leave my bed. I started to be scared to get out of bed because I was so scared of bugs that they were going to just appear. I was so scared of the smell, this heavy smell didn't go away. I was just starting to feel super scared to leave my room. And then also with the bathroom, bugs kept appearing in this bathroom. But of course, I started to go hard in trying to get rid of the bugs. So I started to, the vent that was on the floor, I taped up the vent to prevent the bugs from coming in from there. And I thought that would be it. No. Bugs kept appearing in this bathroom, and I had no idea where they were coming from. And then this one time I was going into the bathroom, and I saw this beetle or something coming. So I don't know what it's called. There's the sink, and there's this hole of the sink, and I saw a beetle coming up that hole, running super duper fast. Or I don't know what bug it was, like a big bug that runs fast. And I got so terrified. And that's when, and I got so scared. And of course, then that bug ran back down, and I just made sure to, like, okay, now, from now on, I just have to always make sure that this thing is always closed. But from this point, I started to learn that, I started to feel that I'm nowhere safe. Bugs are gonna spawn wherever I go. They're just gonna appear. And after this moment, I started to feel way worse. I started to feel like there's something super much off, and I started to feel super unsafe, and I started to feel like someone was gonna break into the house, something bad was gonna happen to me. And like I said, it started to be impossible for me to leave the house, and it started to get so bad that I stopped taking showers, and I hardly didn't leave the bed. Okay, and another thing that happened is that I started to feel so scared of using the bathroom that I decided to buy a gym membership so I could take a shower and use the bathroom there. I bought a gym membership. Even though I was in this Airbnb, I decided to buy a gym membership so I could shower and do that in private. Then days and weeks passed, and I was trying to turn this place into a home, And no matter how hard I tried, this place was not improving, and I was feeling worse and worse and worse and worse in this place. And bugs kept appearing everywhere, especially in the bathroom. They kept popping up. And I was starting to feel extremely paranoid and scared. And I felt like someone was constantly watching me, like I said. And it got so bad that I did not leave my room at all. I did not leave my bed. I hardly ate, and I did not, like I said, did not shower or do anything. Okay, and then, and like I said, I had no idea what was going on with me. Why am I feeling this way? Why? I did not understand why I was feeling, why all of these old bad feelings were back. I did not understand what's going on with me. Did not understand. Okay, and then, 2 days ago, I went to the bathroom. By the way, I built up the courage to go to the bathroom. And I had sprayed, I remember I had like put so much of, okay. And basically, I had taped everything up, made sure the hole in the sink was closed, the bathroom was closed, everything was, so I was like, I felt like, oh, by the way, also, even though I kept like taping the band, making sure the sink was closed, like, and bugs kept appearing, then I found that there was like a hole deep under the sink. I don't know what it's called in English. It's kind of like this, you cannot see it unless you go down, but there's a hole in the ground and bugs keep coming up from there. So you basically, so what I did is that I just like sprayed so much of bug spray there. But anyway, and yeah, that was, oh yeah, now I remember. That was 2 days ago. That was after I filled, this hole with bug spray. And I thought like, hopefully I would be safe. But anyway, I went to the bathroom, and of course I was extremely terrified of seeing a bug. But okay, I went, and I went in there, and I saw something moving on the floor. And because my mental level started to get so bad, and I was starting to feel like bugs were all over me, I started to feel like there were bugs on the walls, because I started to feel so paranoid that when I saw something moving on the floor, I thought it was just my imagination, and it was a dust, because it started to get so bad that I started to actually imagine bugs. And I looked at this dust, and I thought it would not keep moving. I looked at it, but then I saw this thing was moving, and I felt this super bad feeling. I felt extremely strong feeling, but I knew that I had to go closer and take a look at this bug, because that's always what I did. Anyway, I looked closer, and I saw that this bug was identical to the bug that I saw in the place where I was stuck. This was the same type of bug. Of course, I don't know if it's the same species, but to me, this bug looked the same like I saw in my goddamn place where I was stuck. And I remember when I saw this bug 2 days ago, what happened, this is crazy. The craziest that happened, I felt like I was gonna pass out. I felt this like, I remember I saw it, I fell on the floor. And what happened is that this flashing image came in front of my eyes, and what I saw was the bathroom that was at the place where I was stuck. I saw this image that I was, and I got this feeling and this image that I was now back at this bathroom, in the small bathroom, in the place where I was stuck. I fell down, and I felt like I was sitting there on the floor, too terrified to leave this bathroom, because I felt like someone was outside the bathroom stalking me. So I got this feeling and flash in front of my eyes that I was back in this bathroom, back being a prisoner, back in this place where I was held hostage, and back in this place where I felt the worst. And that's when I realized, when I realized what's going on. I realized all of those feelings and all I'm having, and why I'm feeling so horrible is because this place I'm in right now is identical to the place where I was stuck. No joke, since day one, this place has been identical to what I had to go through with my old place. I came in here, yellow, looked like a back room, this place, yellow, super heavy smell, dirty, super dirty, cracks on the walls, stains on the walls, bugs everywhere, dead bugs that keep appearing. And from day one, I had to focus on, I have to turn this place into a home. And from day number one, I've been working and going and just like going crazy, cleaning, trying to turn this place into a home. And this is identical what I had to go through when I was at my stalker place. I'm going through the same thing that I did in the past, and I did not see it for 3 weeks. Whole 3 weeks I did not see it. And what's crazy is that it looks like, and what's crazy is that I cannot believe that I accidentally put myself into a place that looks almost identical to the place I used to live. This is crazy to me, because when I booked this place, I did not expect this. This is something I could never have expected. And the fact that it happened, that the place is so similar to the place I used to live, and me not knowing, going through the same thing I did, is insane. And this is what I could never have predicted. And also the fact that this could happen, this whole thing, is like 0.00001% likely that this happened. And I still cannot believe that I ended up in a place that's so identical to the place I used to live. And also, oh my god, and also, the thing is, all of this, what I went through, is already crazy enough to me. But the thing that gives me chills and creeps me the most out about this place is that one of the first things I noticed on the walls in this place is that there's a sign that says, live, love, laugh. And for all of you that don't remember, my last video updated. No, the last video, sorry, I uploaded when I told you about that I still was a stalker. And I asked all of you for help. I ended my last video with saying something like, I'm gonna live, love, laugh. Meanwhile, my stalker can die, hate, and perish, or something like that. If there's a chance my stalker is watching this video, I'm just gonna let you know I'm not thanking you for anything, and I hope you have a horrible day. You absolute wet sock. Seriously. I also hope that you step on a Lego. Meanwhile, you're not wearing any socks. Seriously. Like, now, from now on, I'm gonna live, laugh, and love. Meanwhile, you can perish, cry, and hate. Seriously. That's how I ended my last video. And then I walk into this place that looks almost identical to what I was dealing with in the past. And on the goddamn wall is a sign that says, live, love, laugh. And that's how I ended my last video. This is insane to me. That I could end up in a situation like this. I cannot believe it. Still cannot believe this. And the craziest thing, and the thing is, all of this, consequences, you know what word I'm talking about, like quinky things. You know, all of those quinky things that I've been through now are insane. And like I said, it's like 0.00001% that something so similar can happen. And then not only I had to go through something that's this similar, even with the gym membership, that I bought the gym membership because I was too scared to go into this bathroom. Also that. And not only is all of this what I'm going through so similar, also there is this goddamn live, love, laugh sign on the goddamn wall. And that's how I ended my last video. Seriously, it feels like the stalker is goddamn hunting me. That's how I feel, seriously, because this is so creepy and scary. But of course, I know, but here's the thing. I understand that all of this now is just weird quinky things, you know what I mean? I understand that this is just something that accidentally happened, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, many homes have live, love, laugh signs on the walls. Many places have bugs that keep spawning everywhere. Many places have dead bugs. Many places have yellow lights. Many places look like back rooms. Not really, but you know, I understand that, you know, that of course my stalker is not actually haunting me. I understand that. But the quinky things are crazy. And especially this goddamn live, love, laugh sign. Like, shut the hell up. I'm sorry. I'm just so mad at this goddamn sign. I'm beefing with the sign right now. Because that sign makes me so mad. Because that's what I'm saying. That's why it feels like the stalker is haunting me. And being like, I ended my last video by being like, hey stalker, you can die, hate, and live, love, laugh. Live, love, laugh. You can die, hate, and cry. Meanwhile, I'm gonna live, love, laugh. And it seems like my stalker is crazy. Sorry everyone. Can't do aggressive. But it seems like, you know, I said that, like, hey Stalker, I'm gonna live, love, laugh. You can cry, hate, and die. And he was like, oh really? How about Stalker situation, the sequel? And I'm gonna put up a sign that says, live, love, laugh. By the way, I spawned a brand new bug in the bathroom. Live, love, laugh. Like, shut the hell up sign. Seriously. Oh, sorry. I'm just getting mad now because I refuse to be scared right now. I'm in this stupid situation, and for 3 weeks I've been going through the Stalker situation again. And I cannot believe I didn't see it earlier. I had to have a freaking image flash in front of my eyes when I was in this goddamn small bathroom where someone was stalking me, listening to me, when I was a prisoner. That's when I realized what's going on. Seriously. And now, and the thing is, and I understand this situation I'm in. I put myself in this situation, and I understand that the similarities is making my brain feel this way. It's making my brain send all these emotions to me because to my brain this is so similar, and how similar all of this is to my brain thinks I'm in danger. So I understand that this is just my brain and me, and what I went through, what's making me feel this way. So yeah. But yeah, so I understand that. And like I said, I'm stuck with this place right now. I have to be here for some more time. And what I've decided to do is that I'm gonna do everything to make this place work for me. I refuse to be scared. I refuse to get all of those bad feelings again. I refuse to feel it. So what I've done, by the way, probably most of you have noticed that I'm in a tent right now. But what I have decided to do is that I'm going to do everything to film my Final Stalker video in this place that looks like my goddamn old place where I used to be stalked. You know what I mean? Seriously. But also I just want to thank my stalker. Thank you, because now you're giving me back all of those old emotions. So now they're very fresh to me. So now it's easier for me to explain how I used to feel. So thank you, stalker, for putting me in the situation. Holy shit! Like, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry for swearing. I'm just pissed off. So I'm gonna use the situation I'm in. I'm not going to feel bad and scared anymore. I'm gonna see all the positives about the situation. And that's why I'm saying thank you, stalker, for giving let me experience the stalker situation again, so it's easier for me to now just work on this goddamn video. And what I've realized is that this place reminds me so much of my old place, like I said. So I was thinking, what can I do to actually not feel this way? To not feel like I'm constantly being stalked, not feel like that someone is watching me, and not feel like someone is gonna break into the house and harm me. How can I stop feeling this way? Because I've been feeling like that for the past 3 weeks, and I've been unable to get out of that mindset. I don't feel that way. So I was thinking. And then I was thinking no joke, also what's funny is that I got an idea at one point, like yesterday or something, that I was this close to actually go back to the airport and live at the airport. Because I'd rather want to live at the airport in a freaking sleeping bag rather than be here in a house. But I thought to myself, okay, I cannot do that, because the security guards already know me. So I was thinking, what else? And then I remembered the time I felt the most free, and the time that helped me the most to get to heal from a stalker situation was when I was living in a tent. That's because when I was living in a tent, I felt like, I'm free. When I open the tent door, I just see nature in front of me. I see this beautiful, good smell. It doesn't smell like old food. It just smells like fresh air and beautiful nature, and there's no danger around me. No one is watching me, no one is walking around my tent. I'm just alone and free. And there's no windows of my tent, so I don't feel like someone is constantly watching me. So I just remembered how good I felt in a tent. So I tested something out, because I realized that my brain, when my brain saw something that's so similar to a stalker situation, my brain just feels like I'm in danger. So I thought to myself, what if I buy a tent and I just sit in a tent and try to work and do things in a tent. And what's crazy is that it really works. So right now I'm in a goddamn house because I have no money to rent, to go somewhere else. I would love to get out, but I just don't have the money, and I don't want to. The thing is, and I just want to. Yeah, I just felt like, I'm just going to try to do everything I can to make this work, because I've been homeless at an airport, okay? You know what I mean? This is nothing. You know what I mean? I can, you know, so yeah, so what I decided to do was that I decided just to buy a tent and camp inside this house this house. And what's crazy is that this really works. I feel so good in this tent. I feel super cozy, I feel super free, and I feel like, you know, that outside of this tent is just nature and freedom. Even though that's not the case, there's like got the live love left sign and bugs that keep spawning in the bathroom and just like ugly back rooms, you know what I mean? But what's crazy is that this really works, you know what I mean? That I feel super peaceful in here. So I just want to let all of you know, even though I'm still stuck in this place, and this place is affecting my mental health super badly, I just took a break because like talking about this whole thing is heavy, and oh my god, it's just a lot. And I decided to take a break just to clear my mind, because it's when you're in a situation like this, it's so easy to get stuck in a mindset where you feel like everything is worthless, just like in a depressing mindset where you feel like you just need to give up. No matter what you do, you're always going to be a failure, and life is always going to punch you in the face no matter what. So yeah, it's super easy to get stuck in this kind of mindset. So I took a break to clear my mind and just get some positive, powerful energy back, because I refuse to give up, and I'm going to end this video on a positive note, even though I'm stuck in this goddamn situation. But yeah, but I also want to say, just talking about this whole thing, I feel so much better now. It's crazy. I feel like a whole mountain was just taken off of me. You know what I mean? I just feel so much better right now just talking about this whole thing. And I hope this video wasn't too much of a mess, because like you probably noticed, when I started this video, I was feeling horrible, awful. And it's crazy how much just talking about this, how much like I just feel a lot better. And yeah, but I hope, you know, yeah, but that also the thing is, I understand that a lot of you don't understand this, what I'm going through, because this is something that, you know, those feelings that I'm having right now, those are feelings that I've never had before I was stuck. This is something that's just like, I cannot explain it. I cannot explain this to you. Like, it's so hard to explain it, but I hope, you know, that at least I did an okay job in this video. But I feel like I was probably all over the place. But okay, wait, oh my god, let me slurp from this comically large water bottle real quick. Oh my god, whew. H2O, very tasty. But yeah, and also the thing is, I'm also not surprised if most of you that just watch this whole thing are now sitting there and you're thinking to yourselves, what on earth did I just watch? Because the thing is, I don't even believe what I've been going through the past 3 weeks. They don't even feel real to me. So, seriously, this whole thing that has been happening in this house, it feels like a big joke, and I'm waiting for a camera crew to like burst into my house and be like, ha, you got pranked. We knew that you were stalked, and we decided to turn this house into your old stalker room. And then we put a level of laugh sign on the wall just to mess with you. Just a prank. Not funny, didn't laugh. Oh my god, seriously. The thing is, this is such a... I don't even believe this whole thing myself, and I'm waiting for a camera crew to burst through the door to tell me that this is a joke, because I cannot believe I'm in this situation right now. Oh my god. And again, this is such a clown show, and I'm just gonna ask all of you again. You don't have to, but if you want to donate to me, I have a Cash App, I have a PayPal. And if you donate to me and you message me a clown emoji with your donation, I'm gonna put your name into my Final Stalker video. So yeah, so if you want your name to be in my Final Stalker video, you can donate to me and message me a clown emoji with your donation, and I will put your name in my Final Stalker video, because this is a bigger clown show than I ever thought it would be. So yeah, so send me those clown emojis, seriously, because this is such a clown show. And if you want to donate to me, and you don't want your name to be in my Final Stalker video, then don't send me any clown emoji, and I will not put your name into my final video, but I will know that you donated. But yeah, but of course, it's not your responsibility to donate to me, but I just want to let you know, all of you that donate to me, you are helping me to get out of this situation, and I'm not going to wait for over a month with uploading a video again. I'm going to upload videos way more and update you way more about this whole situation. So yeah, so when I'm out of this house soon, I hope very soon, but I can survive in this tent. but I will definitely let you know when I'm out of this situation. And all of you that decide to donate, you are helping me out. And I just want to say again that all of you that donated in my last video, you helped me so much, and you helped me to get a place and get a house. So yeah, so I just want to be open that where the donations are going. So basically right now you're helping me to get a place for myself where I can live. Oh my god, I can't believe this. And I feel like such a clown that I ended up getting so much support from all of you, and I accidentally, whoopsie daisy, rented a circus for myself with your donation money. It's like, this is such a joke, seriously. I can't believe it. Oh my god. But yeah, but of course, like I said, I've decided that I'm gonna make this place work, and I bought this tent, and I'm feeling extremely good in this tent. And also, life hack, everyone. I'm gonna show you a little bit how I've been living. So basically, I've been in this tent pretty much 24/7, and if I need to go to the bathroom, for example, I just freaking, the thing is, what I do is that I just run from my tent, and I be as fast as possible. Like, I just run, and I just like try to speed run, and then I just run back to my tent. That's what I've been doing. So I've been pretty much been in this tent 24/7. Oh my god, but it's crazy how much like the different feelings I feel in here. Basically in this tent I feel very peaceful, and somehow I just feel like outside is nature, and when I open the door of this tent and I see my old stock room, I get all those old feelings like super just like overwhelmingly all over me. So yeah, so basically I just run, and I run back to a tent, and then I get like, I feel good now. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So like I will just tell you, my life is a roller coaster right now with emotions, you know what I mean? Just like, oh my god. But yeah, but I've been doing things to feel comfy here. For example, I've been living in this tent, and because I've been feeling so horrible in this house, and basically, like I explained in this video, it has gotten so bad that I felt like I was actually being stalked. People are watching me, people are looking at me through the windows, and every single sound I heard in this house, it would jump scare me, and I would feel like someone was behind me and something like that. And a life hack, everyone, I've been wearing earplugs like just like all the time, and it really helps, because when I wear earplugs I don't hear like a crack, and I don't hear like someone walking next to my house, I don't hear cars, so I don't get those like intense feelings that I'm being stalked. So I've been doing things like this to make life easier for me. And also I've been bringing in like a very big water bottle, so I don't really have to leave my tent. So yeah, so I'm doing things like this basically to feel good. And also the reason why I'm having a hood on, I'm not trying to be like look dramatic or something. I'm just like, when I have the hood on, I feel more like, I don't know, it's just like I feel more protected in a way. No joke. If I had the hood off, I just feel like there are bugs around me, and you know, someone is going to just grab me or something. It's crazy. So this hood kind of in a way gives me, I feel more like protected. Also I can see, like I can, like if I don't have it on, I see more like, how to say it, like on the corner of my eyes movements, you know what I mean? So this kind of helped me with not seeing things on the sides. So yeah, so that's also why I'm dressed like this, you know, just so you know. So I've been doing things like this to feel better, and it's working very well. And I don't mind that much like living in this tent, in this house, even though I have to be here pretty much 24/7, because I used to live in a tent for a long time, so I'm okay with this. And the good thing is, like after I found out that all those bad feelings I've been feeling are because of this just like reminds me so much of the stalker situation. I found out that I can actually just like go outside, and I don't feel like, this is crazy also, like I don't, it's so hard to explain this. Basically, like before I realized I was feeling all those feelings because of the stalker situation, I thought that I was feeling so scared and paranoid in the house because the outside was dangerous. I felt like there's someone outside that was dangerous and I should not leave the house. You know what I mean? But after I realized that it's just the super scary similarities with this house and the old room, after I realized that, then I see that it's that what's causing me to feel so scared and feel like someone's gonna harm me. And I realized that it's not the outside. So let's say if I go outside now, I don't feel like anyone's gonna harm me or attack me when I'm outside. I feel very good and free, and I feel like I can just like, yeah, I have no bad feelings when I'm outside. But it's only when I come inside, then I get all those bad feelings. And then I realized, like, oh, actually, I can't go outside. I'm not scared of the outside here. It's just that I'm scared of my stalker, because this place looks so similar to my old place. So I just found that out. You know what I mean? It's great. I'm trying to explain this because this is such a crazy feeling. For example, like when I'm in my tent, I feel good. Then if I have to go out, I have to, of course, I even get like goosebumps thinking about it. I have to open the tent door and I have to walk through the house. And going through the house feels like it takes me only like 5 seconds to run through the house and go outside, but it feels like an hour because I get intense, bad, paranoid feelings when I'm running through the house. Then when I'm out, they're gone. The bad feelings are gone and I'm feeling just like, wow, I'm feeling so good. Wow, oh my God. Like I'm just feeling super duper good outside. And it's crazy, this like change in feelings just because of the environment. So yeah, it blows my mind. But yeah, so I found this out and it makes it a lot easier to live here. So yeah, so basically now I just like run through the house to go outside and I'm feeling good outside, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But now, yeah, but it just shows me now how much I need to just like get out of this place and find a new place. And with your clown donations, that's gonna help me to make it possible sooner for me to get out of this place because oh my God. But yeah, but just so all of you know, I will survive. If I need to run through the house and go to the bathroom, I have a gym membership, I can just go to the gym. But you know, but if I have to do that for some time, I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm just gonna go crazy working on my Final Stalker video and I'm gonna try to finish it as soon as possible. So yeah, basically that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Smash the like button, just kidding. But this is basically like what I've been dealing with in my situation. And mamma mia, what a clown show. That's the only thing I can say. But yeah, but what I'm thinking about doing also is that I'm thinking about buying a Live Love Laugh sign and place it into my tent. Wouldn't that be such a Uno reverse card if I would have a Live Love Laugh sign into in my tent? Meanwhile, there is one like outside terrorizing me. Actually, if I should be honest, I would rather get a die, hate and cry like sign. Everyone, that's actually a pretty good idea. I imagine there's a Live Love Laugh sign outside in this house, so I should just get the hate, cry and die sign like in my tent. You know what I mean? Like imagine like this house is like spawning bugs all the time. Live Love Laugh, and meanwhile I'd be like, ha, nice try, Live Love Laugh sign. I'm in this tent and no bugs can get in here. Ha, die, cry and hate. Like, you know what I mean? Like right here. I'm literally gonna buy a sign like that. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope all of you will have a good day. Bye, everyone. Bye.